Alright, so the Angry Birds movie stars Jason Sudeikis as Red, Danny McBride as Bomb, and Josh Gad as Chuck. And it's about this peaceful island where Red is getting bullied by everybody because of his anger issues. And once these pigs come from their island, played by the brilliant and amazing Bill Hader, birds think the pigs are here to help them and be their friend. But Red, on the other hand, thinks something's up with these pigs and wants to know what they're doing on the island. When this movie came out back in 2016, and when they first announced the movie, I wasn't too sure what to make of this movie because this was the first movie based on a mobile app, and we had just barely gotten the Lego movie years prior to the movie being released. Now, 3 years later, we are getting a sequel that comes out in a couple weeks, and we already have 4 Lego movies and 1 really bad emoji movie. Now, what I can say about this movie is that this movie does target out to kids and everybody who's a fan of the mobile game, and that's one thing that it has going for it. I do think that the performances by Jason Sudeikis, Josh Gad, and Danny McBride are great, and also Bill Hader, and I think that chemistry actually worked really well on screen. I do think that everybody else who plays supporting characters, like Maya Rudolph as their counselor, and performances from Keegan-Michael Key, Sean Penn, Hannibal Buress, and Peter Dinklage. And I think everybody who voiced the character in this movie did a really good job, and I was really impressed by the animation. Everything looked beautiful, and I think that this franchise has potential moving forward. However, there are some issues that I have with the movie, and that's the fact that it does pander towards kids a lot more. Whenever they tried to going for an adult joke, they smurfed it, where they replaced the actual word with something else. In the Smurf, they replaced every swear word with Smurf. In this one, sometimes they covered it up with pluck, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. I do think that some humor is hit and miss, and that's what would be expected from a movie like this because it's mainly just for kids and everybody who's a fan of the game. And there are a lot of game callbacks in this movie that actually do work as well. But overall, I think this movie is just a slow burn that really could have a little bit more, and try to flesh out the humor a little bit more. But overall, I think if you're a fan, you're going to have a great time with this movie. If not, this is just basically another kids movie that you can just sit your kid in front of, be entertained for an hour and a half, and you won't really lose much in this movie. I really do hope that they do expand on this world because I think this franchise has potential, just like the Lego movie has proven. If you have a good story and good characters, you can evolve your characters and create a bigger world within the world that you've already created. And that's what I'm hoping from the Angry Birds movie too. For now, I'm going to give the Angry Birds movie a 6 out of 10. Tomorrow I'm going to be having a couple of reviews out. I'm going to be having my review for It movie that came out back in 2017. Really excited to talk about that movie. I'm also going to have a review for the Angry Birds movie 2 as well. So go ahead and keep looking forward to those. And if you've seen the Angry Birds movie, go ahead and let me know what you think of it. Until next time, this is Josie at the movies.